prophecy of the haircut. The prophecy of the haircut of Ezekiel is a prophetic foreshadow of the end times. The prophet of the end times, the Nazarite to come, to have a haircut, will bring forth the things just like the days of Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. And thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon thine head and upon thy beard. Then take thee balances to weigh and divide the hair. Thou shalt burn with fire a third part in the midst of the city, when the days of the siege are fulfilled, and thou shalt take a third part, and smite about it with a knife, and a third part thou shalt scatter in the wind, and I will draw out a sword after them. Third part of creation and a judgment comes with a haircut of a prophet, first on Jerusalem, and then on the rest of the world. Zechariah chapter 13 gives a foreshadow of a similar likeness. Verse 8 and 9. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call upon my name, and I will hear them. I will say, It is my people, and they shall say, The Lord is my God. We also then see that the warnings come to the earth, that the earth is warned of a third part of their destruction. Revelation chapter 8, verse 7, we see the third part of the trees. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth, and the third part of the trees was burned up, and all the green trees was burned up. So we see a third part of the trees, and then a third part of the waters. Revelation chapter 8, verse 8. And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. Then we see a third part of the rivers. Revelation chapter 8, verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And then we see the sky, the third part of the sun, the moon, and the stars. Revelation chapter 8, verse 12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. So the signs of the heaven are given in the warnings of the trumpets and the bowls for a third part of the earth to be wiped out, based upon what the prophets prophesied before the day of the Lord. For the 1260 days, there will be warnings, ample enough warnings, before a third part of that haircut occurs and a third part of the earth will die. Just as Ezekiel's haircut. In Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 1 through 2, And thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon thine head and upon thy beard. Then take thee balances to weigh and divide the hair. Thou shalt burn with fire a third part in the midst of the city, when the days of the siege are fulfilled. And thou shalt take a third part and smite it about with a knife, and a third part of thou shalt scatter to the wind, and I will draw out the sword after them. Haircut of the prophet gives the warning to the third that they will be killed with the sword. With the fourth bowl and the fourth trumpet ready, you see the people being prepared for the sword to die, a third of them to be burned with fire and with the sword. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And then we see that the third part are killed with the fire. Verse 18 says, By these 3 was the third part of men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. The day of the Lord cometh, where a third part of the earth will be killed, and a third part of the haircut of the prophet will occur, as signs in heaven are given for 1260 days, that a third will continually be told, and it is a warning to the earth that if you do not repent and obey the command, you will perish as a third of the earth. And this is the prophecy of the haircut of the prophet.